If you guys want to know how to make a Buzzwole play like showcased in this clip, I'm going to explain you the combos of Buzzwole that I know, fundamentals how to play top lane, and how to extend the lead from the early game to the late game to win games. Alright guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to do the Buzzwole combos properly, because we are going to upload a Buzzwole guide on YouTube. If you want to practice the Buzzwole combo, go move cooldowns off and then use Smackdown the entire time. Because there's a trick to practice it in practice area. If you put them in the middle, it's gonna be easier for you to practice the combo. So always do that before doing the combo. What you need to keep in mind when you play Buzzwole is that if you do the Smackdown Superpower combo, the way it works is you wanna use Smackdown, you wanna use Superpower on the substitute, and then you wanna hit the Superpower on top of where the Smackdown lands. So Smackdown, Superpower, and then instantly. If you use Smackdown, Superpower instantly, you won't grab the other one. You need to delay it a bit. Smackdown, delay, Superpower, double it. As you can see, I'm not getting my Super Gouge back, right? Even if I'm level 11 and I'm doing that, I'm not gonna get it back. So Smackdown, Superpower, and I'm not getting fully Gouged. So Smackdown, wait a bit, Superpower, double one. If you are level 13, however, if you have Smackdown Plus, basically what it does, I'm gonna show you. It gives you the entire Gouge when it hits an enemy. If it hits an enemy, if it hits a creep, if it hits anything. But it needs to land on top of something. So for example, I'm not sure, okay. For example, this Bolter, right? I didn't get my Gouge back full. So if I use Smackdown, and then it lands on the substitute, I'm getting my Gouge. This is what you need to keep in mind, and this is how the combo works. But you need to be level 13. So how you wanna do it is, you wanna use Smackdown, Superpower, Superpower again. Gonna turn off the move cooldown to show you again. Smackdown, Superpower, on top of the Smackdown where it lands. And then you get another Superpower, but it only appears when you are level 13. So, this is how you do the combo. Another combo you can use when you play Buzzwole is Smackdown, Ultimate, all of them, and then Superpower. You can also use Smackdown, Superpower, Superpower, Ultimate. Basically one shot. But there's like an iframe where the enemy can eject button over it. This is a eject button Smackdown combo. You wanna use your Smackdown. You wanna rotate your Smackdown towards the direction you wanna eject button, right? If you wanna use the Smackdown on top of the direction, for example this, you need to use Smackdown and then eject button. Then it's gonna go onto that direction. So always keep in mind when you use Smackdown and Superpower, eject button, you wanna move you wanna aim the direction where you wanna have it. For example, you wanna get it on top of the berry. Right? Always practice the direction where you want to have the enemy to be positioned. So the way you wanna do it is like I explained to you, right? If the Smackdown lands on something, you will get your Superpower Gouge back. So if you want to get your Superpower Gouge back, the way you wanna do it is you wanna move that direction and then use the eject button, right? But you need to use it instantly, so otherwise it's not gonna function, and then you're gonna get your Superpower back. For example, you can do this with Buzzwole. Smackdown, eject button, Ultimate, get your Superpower back because it lands on something, and then one-shot him. When you use Smackdown and Superpower instantly, you can activate the Smackdown second hit instantly. Smackdown, Superpower, and it activates instantly, and then you have another Superpower. But this is then where the enemy needs to be on top of the other enemy. So Smackdown, Superpower, and your Smackdown hits. Like the area where usually when it lands hits, you can cancel it by activating Superpower. Smackdown, Superpower, and it activates. So if they are on top of each other, you can do it instantly. Hey guys, this is how you play Buzzwole. Always using the Smackdown and Superpower, delaying the Superpower, so you can Superpower the enemy that is behind the Smackdown. Smackdown, Superpower, combo. But sometimes it doesn't work, I'm not sure why. But I guess it didn't hit the Smackdown range, but yeah. Smackdown, Superpower, on top of it, and then Superpower again. This is how you play Buzzwole. The standard items for Buzzwole is attack rate, focus band, and weakness policy. Buzzwole stacks really well with attack rate and weakness policy. Superpower, Smackdown. Superpower, Buzzwole is one of the best Pokemons to stack in PokemonUNITE. He has so much value from attack rate. So always running attack pad is really valuable. Sometimes you cannot even stack, but Buzzwole is a character that doesn't really require stacks to carry games. So always keep in mind, like 3 to 4 stacks is good. If you have 6 stacks, it's gonna be really strong for you. But you don't need stacks to carry games. You will just miss a lot of damage throughout the mid and late game when you don't have stacks. For example, I'm running Resonant Guard instead of Focus Band when I know that the enemies don't really have a lot of teamfight potential and have like isolated fights like Speedstars. They are like to play like Resonant Guard. But if you have like heavy teamfight oriented compositions or enemy compositions, then you can play Focus Band to stay alive. But Resonant Guard activates every 10 seconds. Focus Band activates every 80 seconds. So you obviously just need to keep in mind what you want to have. Do you want to have a better early game with Resonant Guard, getting shield for your team, or like your support? Or do you want to have Focus Band for heavy team fights? For the emblems, I would recommend you guys to play 6 brown and 6 white. Buzzwole doesn't need 7 black and 4 brown emblems because Buzzwole gets a superpower reset when he gets level 11, when he gets his Gouge or like Smackdown level 13. So he doesn't really need 7 black emblems. 6 brown, 6 white with the focus on HP. Little bit of crit, little bit of movement speed can make you even more stronger. I would appreciate a like in this video if you enjoyed this video. I'm always trying to explain everything I know with a character in my future videos, and it would mean a lot to subscribe to stay tuned for future videos. When you play Buzzwole, you wanna like one-shot this ball toy with your face stinger, trying to fight a bit, but then you leave instantly. You want to go into the bushes and then like just eject button over the wall. You wanna secure with your Mega Punch, by the way. You don't wanna secure with a face stinger. You can only secure with face stinger when the enemies are not next to the bunny. Your Mega Punch is actually a secure. Keep that in mind. Like, it has a decent secure. So you wait a bit. Mega Punch again. Don't fight the guard jump. Like, guard jump is a bit too strong. When you play Buzzwole, what you want to do is you just want to get level 5. After you get level 5, you abuse the lane. Simple. You don't need to go for early stacks or like stomp the lane if you have a losing lane. The favorite guard jump is not a losing lane, but Green doesn't really do anything against it, so you keep your spell stinger and then you superpower the top laner, kill him, and you score and you win the game. Like from this point on, the enemy top laner can't do anything. Like he can't, like nothing. It's actually impossible to do something if the enemy top laner scores 30. However, if the jungler ganks top lane, there's a slight chance of you like coming back to the game. But right now they lost the entire top lane. We can even like dive them for fun. And this is how you win top lane. What you want to do is, you want to starve the enemy top laner. Means, don't give him any XP. When he is spawning, be in position for the bunny. Don't give him XP. When he walks to the bunny, you just kill him. Then you score again. There's ball toy, you steal ball toy. When he fights for it, he's dead. Then you take the bottom left. When the jungler comes, jungler is dead. Good. Now the bottom right ball toy will spawn. The Pebble will try to steal it. Trying to steal it as well. And you keep going. Don't give him a single XP. Now you can break the point. And then you can go to the enemy side. You have 2 options. You can watch the objective or go to the enemy side and get the albinos. You can also take the jungle. There's a lot of different options when you play top lane. When he tries to protect the point, you kill him. Then you go to the enemy jungle and you take the jungle. You always want to try to take the enemy jungle as a Buzzwole because it's really easy. Not every time, but most of the time. Then you try to score. If they try to stop you, you push them away and score. Ball toy? No ball toy for enemy. My ball toy. You push it in because you know that the enemy top laner is level 8. So you can't do anything. Now look what the enemies are doing. Maybe you can get a kill before the objective is spawning. If the defender is dead, they can't protect it. You look for the kill. You ultimate. When the slow blow comes, you push him away. And you score. And then you just take the top lane farm. You don't need to fight here. Like, yeah, fighting here is just like you trying to ego the enemies. There's no need for you to fight as a level 12 Buzzwole. when the enemies are level 8. Why? Because they don't give you a single HP. You wanna take the Swablues and then you wanna invade again. Buff is up. This is my red buff. If they try to fight for it, you kill them. Just don't fight in the enemy base. Oh. Now you wait a bit, camp in the bush, and let them come to you. If they don't come, you take the Swablues on top lane. Swablues on top lane will spawn in 10 seconds. Because if you break the top lane point, the next Swablues will spawn 25 seconds earlier. Usually they spawn at 420, but now they spawn at 445. So you take the farm and score in the middle. Most of the time, when you are winning the top lane, your bot lane doesn't need help because the enemy top lane is useless. Not useless, but he is like really weak, so he can't really do anything. So what you do is you just add pressure by being on the side lane. Like if you're almost dying and you're not sure about like if you can kill them or not, just use ultimate to escape. I can't use Superpower. The Smackdown is in cooldown. And then you reset. After you reset, you take your teammate's jungle. Why? Because my teammate is not taking my jungle and you're level 15. Level 15 means that you are really strong for the endgame team fight. But you don't want to die. If you die, the entire thing that you did in the early game by starving the enemies with XP is wasted. So, take the enemy farm. The bot lane Swablues will spawn in 15 seconds. Means you can position yourself for the bot lane Swablues. Why you do that? To starve the enemies, to not give them any XP. They are all level 10, and I'm level 14, level 15. You are okay if they break top lane? No, because if they break top lane, I get more XP. And I can also counter-tank them on bot lane, if they break top lane. If they get the regular key is gone, and it's the only way of like approaching the game. So them getting the regular key is kinda useless. You don't wanna fight this, like it's not necessary. Like if you wanna like try to ego the enemies, you can try to fight them, but I'm gonna show you guys that you don't need to fight to win games. Just let them have it. Like you're already really ahead in the game. They scored 120 points. That's it. Now you didn't fight for top lane, you didn't lose your focus point or a jack button, and then you are level 15 with ultimate, and you can just camp in the bush. Wait for the enemies come. When an enemy is approaching, you're just trying to kill them. You don't need to fight. Enemies don't come, you flip it. If someone is approaching, you're just gonna kill them. No one is approaching. It's good. And now, for a top lane perspective, what you need to do is reset and go top lane. But here they just want to end the game, so they just end the game, I guess. First, you wanna kill the main carry. After the main carry is dead, you wanna focus the defender. When the attacker is going into your range, you wanna focus the attacker. But you can't kill the attacker if the attacker is not in range, because you don't have a jack button. So just kill the defender and win the game. I did the highest damage in the game, even though I did the highest damage in the game, even though I wasn't really playing with my team. But my team didn't really need me because the enemy top laner was like level 10. Here's the Buzzwole guide for you guys. Thanks for watching.